What's up, guys? I'm Jay Randall. Welcome back to my channel where I discuss wisdom for the modern man. Today, guys, I have a video from Psychax. I really love this guy's channel, and this title caught my attention. The title of the video is As Little as Possible: Why Men Need to Do the Bare Minimum. Now, that title caught my attention, and we gotta see what this guy has to say on this topic. So without further ado, let's get right into it.
I'm Dr. Orion Taraban, and this is Psychax, Better Living Through Psychology. And the topic of today's short talk is as little as possible. So there's been a lot of chatter on the interwebs lately from women complaining about men putting in the bare minimum when it comes to the courtship process. If we give these women the benefit of the doubt, we can consider this movement an attempt to whip men into shape who would then, presumably, put in more of an effort when dating them. I'm here to weigh in on this topic, and I'm going to say, in no uncertain terms, that the men who are doing the bare minimum are the men who are doing it right.
Very true.
You can almost hear the angry comments from here. That's right. Men should do as little as possible when courting women in today's day and age.
1000%.
And today I'm going to walk through 3 reasons why that might be the case. You can be the judge. Let's get to it.
Let's get into it. Let's go.
First and foremost, it's important to understand that you can never move backwards with women. That is, whatever you do serves as the standard against which future efforts are compared.
I know I'm stopping it early, but guys, he is making such a great point here. This is why we teach you guys in the Red Pill space: do not start off the dating experience with a woman by lavishing her with expensive dates, expensive experiences, and 5-star restaurants, helicopter rides, because here's the thing, that becomes the standard in which you must maintain. And so if you start off high and then you drop down, she's going to feel as though you're not putting in as much effort and the relationship is on a decline. You have to start off low and then gradually build up. She has to earn those big experiences. Because who is this chick? Why are you spending this much money on her anyway? But let's keep going.
That if you come right out of the gate with a lot of effort and provision and consideration, then you've just created a logistically impossible relationship.
Yep.
It's going to be very difficult to maintain that level of effort, let alone top it.
Yep.
And trust me, even if you are able to maintain that level of effort throughout the entirety of your relationship, it wouldn't be enough.
Yes.
This is because women grow acclimated to the treatment they receive and the lifestyle they enjoy.
Exactly. So even though you started up here, and so everything you're doing is at a high level, just, lavish dates, 5-star restaurants, expensive gifts, you think you're giving her an experience. No, that becomes the standard. That's the bare minimum now. You've set the bare minimum at level 10. And how are you going to top that? You see, the reason why you set it low is because relationships need emotional spikes. So you want to start off at a very reasonable level that you can maintain, and then here and there, you give her a big experience, a nice date, expensive vacation or whatever, and that spikes the relationship, that gives her that high, and then it comes back down to normal, back down to the base level that can be maintained. If you start off at level 10, how do you go past 10? And she's not even going to view this level in which you're trying to maintain her at as anything special, because that's the norm, especially with women. And she's going to want more on top of that high level that you're giving her, which you won't be able to deliver on because it's outside of your financial means. Do not do that, guys. Start off low.
The same effort that might wow them in the beginning will hardly seem impressive or important a year or 2 from now.
Exactly.
So if you come out doing everything you could possibly do, congratulations.
You screwed yourself.
You just painted yourself into a corner, muchacho.
You screwed yourself.
A smart man gives his relationship a lot of runway.
Yep.
And why is that? Because the game does not run on gratitude, ladies and gentlemen.
Facts.
I wish it were true. I wish people stayed together because of the gratitude they feel in their hearts for what their partner has done for them in the past, but they do not. That said, people do often stay together out of guilt. Guilt keeps people together, the guilt they would feel for leaving someone who has done so much for them. But no one stays because they're grateful. They stay when they stay because they feel guilty. And a relationship that is only held together with the glue of guilt is not a relationship that you should make an effort to save. It's important to know when to pull the plug. In any case, when courting a woman, it's a good idea to start small so that you have some place to go in the context of the relationship. Which brings us to the second reason why as little as possible makes sense. It establishes the proper reinforcement protocol for your relationship. Namely, the more someone does what you want them to do, the more you reward them with the things that they want. When men come right out of the gate with princess treatment, buying women flowers and planning expensive dates and sweeping them off their feet, which, spoiler alert, will be rebranded as love bombing when it doesn't work out.
Facts.
These men set the wrong standard for their relationships. Because what the fuck have those women done to deserve any of that?
Exactly, bro. Guys, you have to remember, this person is an absolute stranger. You don't know her. She doesn't know you. Why would she appreciate anything that you've done for her? She has no investment in you. You just spent, let's say you took this girl out, spent a bunch of money, you spent like $200-$300 on the first date. Why would she appreciate that? She has no investment in you. If you died tomorrow, she wouldn't shed a tear. She'd just be like, oh, okay. So why are you doing these kind of investments in chicks that you don't know? You're expecting this kind of gratitude from a complete stranger. The only thing you know about her is that you find her attractive. Is that worth you blowing your bank account on some random attractive chick? There's a bunch of attractive chicks out here. They're still complete strangers to you. Let her prove that she's worth that kind of an experience. But a lot of guys think the opposite. They think that they need to prove to the girl that she should keep him around. Wrong, bro. If you're thinking like that out here in this dating scene, you're going to get played, you're going to get finessed, you're going to be very frustrated. You're not proving yourself to the girl. She's proving herself to you. It's the mental reframe.
Without establishing better treatment as a consequence of good behavior, men who do this are directly responsible for making modern women as entitled as they are.
Yes.
Why wouldn't they believe that they don't have to lift a finger to justify the princess treatment that they would prefer to receive? In their own minds, they are the table, right?
Exactly.
Well, how did that belief get there, my dude?
Because of some simp who gave this woman an experience that she did not earn. So now these women have this entitled mindset, thinking that they deserve simply because they exist. Men instill this faulty belief system in women. If men made women actually prove that they're worthy of these expensive dates, that they're worthy of being taken seriously, that they're worthy of that nice vacation, women would not be walking around with the entitlement that they do. Men mess it up, and we need to switch our mindset so we can correct the female's behavior.
Don't be fooled. An abstract ideology like feminism isn't nearly as reinforcing as concrete cash and prizes.
Facts.
Behind every entitled woman
Is a
a
simp.
string of men who fucked up. Think about it in terms of your job, which is germane because, as I've said before, men are the employers in sexual relationships, as they are in a position to offer a role to the woman, not the other way around.
Yes.
People typically work for 2 weeks before they receive a paycheck. Why? Because how many people would still report for duty if they were paid ahead of time? Like, a lot of people still would, but there would be far, far more cutting and running than there currently is the other way around. And that, in fact, is what we see in the dating market. A lot of cutting and running. And it generally ain't the men doing it. While we hear a lot about men ghosting women after sex, the truth is that the majority of men do not get sex or even a second date.
The woman extracts the value from your first date and that fancy dinner you took her on, or that expensive experience that she wanted to, have. She extracts the value, then she gets up out of there. Why are you giving her so much value up front? Guys, remember, simping is a unequal value exchange. You have to remember that every interaction you have with a woman needs to be an equal value exchange. So filter every action you make through that. Okay, I'm going to do this. What has she done for me? I'm going to do this. What has she done for me of equal value? If you realize that what you're about to do exceeds the value that she's given you, drop it down. Match the value that she's given. And then as she gives more value, as she's proven to be worthy of that value, you can then increase it.
These women may not be exploiting these men, though some of them do. Some women intentionally use men for dinners and drinks and resources and opportunities without harboring any good faith opportunity, any good faith possibility of a sexual relationship. Again, these women might not be exploiting these men, but if they were, what would they be doing differently? Like, from the man's perspective, the outcome is largely the same. When you give people what they want up front, then you've removed the rational basis for them to continue to relate to you. And this, men, is why it is a good idea to keep control over the things that women want in order to incentivize continuous good effort. Just telling it like it is. We're dealing with people here, not angels. So you'll want to have some place to go with your relationship, and you'll want to pair better treatment with better behavior in order to incentivize the latter. As women consistently show up in the right ways, they should get treated better and better as a result.
Exactly.
That's a good reinforcement protocol. Again, consider the professional equivalent. The longer you work at a company, providing consistently good results and going above and beyond expectations, the more likely you are to get promoted, with all benefits that come from that. Women understand this. How do I know that? Because most women care more about their careers than they do about their relationships these days. They understand the way these incentives work, and their employers are acting more like men, irrespective of their gender, than the men in their lives are. That is, their employers possess what women want, and they understand that women have to provide a valuable service in order to get it.
Facts. Here's the thing, guys. You have to remember, women want commitment. Women want marriage. Women want a commitment, and they want marriage. You have what they want, but men don't act like that. Men act like it's the reverse. They act like they're the ones who want the commitment, like they're the ones who want to lock the woman down. No, bro. You want the sex. She wants the commitment. If she wants the commitment from you, if she wants the ring from you, she needs to earn it. She needs to prove her worth in order to get that elevation. The same way she would get that elevation in the company, she has to prove that she can make these sales, prove that she's benefited the company in this way and that way, prove that she's competent. What are you doing to make her prove that she's worthy of commitment? Bro, I've made every girl that the first girl I dated, I didn't do that, but I didn't know the information I know now. But everything after that, that first chick, I've made them earn the commitment. You have to. That's when they value it. If you keep giving them stuff for free, why would they value it? If all the stuff in your room, despite how expensive they were, you had all these expensive gadgets and amazing things in your room, and they were given to you by people for free. Not a single thing you bought, but they were worth thousands of dollars. I promise you, you wouldn't value them as much as if you had to buy them yourselves, as if you had to go out, work hard in order to earn the money to get it. Despite that thing being $1,000, you would just toss it. You wouldn't care if it fell. You wouldn't be like, because I didn't work for this. Someone gave it to me. It's a cool little thing. It's expensive, but it was no sweat off my back to get it. That's how women view relationships with men. That's why they're so dismissive. They're so willing to toss it to the side, because they didn't do anything to earn it. It was given to them. The man came to them, and here's the relationship. Can you please take it? Let me buy you stuff so you can take this relationship. Here's my commitment. Take it, please. No. No, why do you think they're so willing to get rid of you? It's like this guy begged me to take the commitment. In fact, he lavished me for months with expensive gifts and experiences just so I would take that commitment. It's like, sure, I'll take it. But they don't value it. That's how they treat you like crap inside the relationship. They didn't have to do a damn thing to get it. Guys, make women earn it. Make them earn everything.
That's what actually keeps the whole system on the up and up. And now we come to the third and most important reason why men should do as little as possible early on in the courtship process. It helps to identify the women who are actually attracted to you, the man, and not just attracted to what she can get from you.
The experiences.
As I've said before, all men pay, but the more she likes you, the greater the discount. A woman who is 10 out of 10 attracted to you won't care if your idea of a date is sitting in your parked car behind the local Taco Bell.
Facts.
You don't have to spend any money on her, let alone do anything fancy or extravagant. And you certainly don't have to bend over backwards trying to show her how beautiful and valued she is.
And this is why from the very beginning of this YouTube channel, I've been telling men only date women with high levels of interest in you. Okay? This concept of needing to win a woman over is BS. The problem is, guys will entertain women with medium to low interest in them, and then from the woman's perspective, she's like, I don't find you that attractive, but I'll give you a chance. Impress me. Impress me. Impress me with an expensive date. Impress me by taking me shopping. You have to win me over because I find you attractive down here. You need to be up here to get my attention, my respect, and my sex. So pay for it. Pay for it with that steak dinner. Pay for it with that helicopter ride. Pay for it with that shopping spree. And guys are just trying to scale their value up to meet the standard of this girl finding them attractive. But when you try to bridge the gap between where you're at and where you need to be with finances and money and experiences, it's artificial. She doesn't actually like you. And anytime you drop below that financial value that made you bridge the gap, you're done. You're cooked. Guys, I'm telling you, only date women who have high levels of interest in you. You'll notice that the text responses are lightning fast. She makes going out on the date so easy. She creates no objections. If she needs to reschedule, she tells you all the other days she's available. She's super apologetic. I'm telling you guys, dating becomes so easy when you only date women with high levels of interest. Never try to win a girl over ever again. It's a waste of your life. You'll be frustrated. You'll be wondering why she's not texting back fast enough, wondering why she's ghosting, wondering why she's flaking. Because, guys, she doesn't like you. And if she doesn't like you, she's not worth convincing to like you. Let's keep going with the video.
Why? Because she finds just being with you valuable enough.
Exactly.
Like she is being paid in access to you. That is what her attraction is telling her.
Yep.
But a woman who doesn't have that level of attraction for you will need things to compensate her for, in her mind, settling for a less attractive option.
It's funny, bro. You see, this is how you know men know game. We literally just said the same thing. I've never watched this video before. Swear to God on my life. But we said the same thing because the truth is the truth. This is the reality. You will have to make up from that disparity in value with finances, with experiences. He's telling you the exact same thing, almost verbatim. It's the reality, guys. Never try to win a chick over.
An attraction is very personal. The same man can be very attractive to one woman and very unattractive to another. This is because attraction isn't entirely objective. It largely lives in the mind of the beholder. The upshot here is that by offering very little out of the gate, you can easily determine which women are highly attracted to you and filter out the rest.
Exactly.
Do as little as possible and see who still shows up.
Bro, I'm telling you guys, the F-boys just pull up to the spot. The guys they want smash on the first date. The guys they want didn't even have to take them on a date. The guys women want don't have to do a lot of work. The men who have the easiest dating lives put in the bare minimum.
Because trust me, gentlemen, these are the only women you should consider having long-term relationships with. Everyone else is either using you or wasting your time.
We're saying the same thing.
Give
it's crazy.
Women every reason not to date you. Give them every reason to pass you over, and thank the ones who do.
Exactly.
Because any woman who is scared off by a man who does the bare minimum for a stranger who has done nothing for him is either psychotic or not living in the 21st century.
Mm-hmm.
Women will complain about this approach, but hot take, that doesn't mean it's not the right way for men to date. What do you think? Does this fit with your own experience? Let me know in the comments below. And please send this episode to someone who you think might benefit from its message. I know you know someone who needs to hear this.
I know a lot of men who need to hear this, bro. Awesome video. As always, my man is probably the best psychologist I've ever heard. No wonder his channel's blowing up like that. He speaks straight facts. You can tell he speaks from experience, and then on top of that, he adds the psychology behind it right on top. It's great. This whole video, we were literally saying the same thing because game is game. Truth is truth. What works is what works, guys. Stop chasing women. Stop giving them value up front, high levels of value. Make sure that you are doing an equal value exchange and do the bare minimum. Do the bare minimum. Stop trying to win chicks over. Only get with chicks that show high levels of interest in you. Great video, guys. If you got value from this video, go ahead and leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and until next time, guys, take it easy.